And good evening and welcome to the Freak Show. Hey!
That actually gave me goosebumps. Jesus me, I missed Dying Light.
Was that you on stage? I remember stages.
No, what stage? Light
stages
shows,
of grief.
People.
Yes,
I had people in front of me.
I remember going out of the house. Gosh. Anyway, so first of all, welcome to the Freak Show, guys. Welcome everybody all around the world. Please, in the comments, put your name, who you are, where you're from, where you're connecting from, and what you are drinking. So first of all, over to you, Skelly. How are you, sir?
Bonsoir, mon amis.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's a bit of Welsh here for any Welsh speakers.
Yaki da.
Yaki da. Stig, how are you, sir, in the furthermost Hebrides?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you much indeed. You got my address right this time for a change. Yep, it's all good up here. Bit dark at the moment, but hey, that's what comes of being north of Watford.
It's always the way. And our glorious leader, our lady, our queen of destruction, Mechanized. How are you?
Hey, I'm still existing in this lockdown mess.
Hope you're feeling better.
It's getting there. Nothing can kill me off.
Excellent. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. We have some amazing guests tonight. All the way from sunny the Midlands. It is possibly the world's best cosplay group. They are called Central Legion. And let us add them from the green room. We have Mick and Mel. Hey! Welcome, guys. And how are you both?
Pleased to be here. Thank you for inviting us, Kevin.
Excellent. So first of all, over to Mick first. So Mick, what is cosplay, and where are you connecting from, and what are you drinking tonight, sir?
First of all, drinking tonight the glorious Elvis juice, which is
very good.
Very nice.
My Lord and Savior Elvis, as you know. Well, cosplay, as you can see from behind me, I've got some dread helmet, TK Stormtrooper lid sort of thing. So cosplay is basically your interpretation of your favourite film, favourite character, favourite comic, whichever you want it to be. You go there, you use your creative juices, get a costume together, and go out and rock it in public. That's my take on it. I'm sure Mel's got a different take.
Awesome. So that is cosplay. So Mel, first of all, sir, welcome. And where are you connecting from?
I'm connecting from sunny Birmingham, the West Midlands.
Awesome. Excellent. The Midlands massive. We are the Peaky Blinders of the geeky scene. So
Geeky Blinders.
Geeky Blinders. That's got to be. There's a T-shirt there for you, Mick.
There's a T-shirt there.
So what is the Central Legion?
Well, where do you start? We're a group of cosplayers, costumers, creative people. We do events up and down the country. We do conventions, charity events, photo shoots, cinema events. We do a few sort of video shorts and lots of different creative things. Non-profit making. That's what we get up to.
Awesome. So a big thanks for everybody joining the stream tonight. We have tons and tons of comments. So please post any of your cosplay comments up, guys, and your questions for our awesome guests, Mick and Mel. With the cosplay scene, so what it is, for people who don't really know, Comic Cons are very, very popular. And when we were allowed out, they were around, most cities all over the place. All in different countries, very, very popular, very, 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 very awesome stuff. And there is a band of people who go to these comic conventions called cosplayers who take their favorite character, say, for example, somebody from Star Wars or whatever, and then they go off and then they either buy or build their own awesome versions of that character in the suits. They make the props and the headdresses and the helmets, etc. And then they go to the comic conventions as that character. And it's an awesome thing. You get your photo taken with them. It's part of the whole sort of excitement of a Comic-Con. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think it is. I can't imagine a Comic-Con now without cosplayers. I think the whole thing is sort of taken off. So first of all, then, so let's just go around. So Mick, what was the first sort of? How did you get into Comic-Cons first? Because it must have originated from that.
For Comic Con, for me, I've been into comics pretty much since I was 10 or 11. Bearing in mind I'm 50 something right now. So I've been going to Comic Cons for God, since I was 12, 13. As you said, Comic Cons have evolved over the years. I mean, years ago it just used to be guys selling comics, and you'd meet your favourite artist and you get a signature, and if you were lucky, they'd give you 2 minutes of their time. Now, it's more focused on the consumer with regards to these artists and writers are more aware that we're sort of putting bread on their table, so they'll give us a lot more of their time, which is fantastic. It's not as not so much as on the pedestal as it used to be, but now over the years, especially last few years now, and as you quite rightly mentioned, it's become more and more cosplay orientated, which is great because people are really getting involved now. And people are starting to discover new characters. So we'll do one cosplay and go, right, I've done that one. What can I do next? And then so they start mining what's out there, whether it be film, whether it be comics, or just popular culture in general. And then just go, right, this is what the next one's going to be. And you'll find that most cosplayers have a whole wardrobe.
It is addictive. It is addictive. Yeah. That's all I could say.
Yeah. From my point of view, the reason I got into cosplay was a drunken evening in a certain place in Worcester, with a certain gentleman called Tony Broad and a certain black chap called Drone, who were sort of
superb.
You really need to judge Dredd best. Do I really need to judge Dredd best? And that's where it all started from.
It is amazing. So first of all, as most people know, I am a massive Judge Dredd fan. I am actually a member of the Central Legion, and I am super proud. So there's quite a few of us. We go as Mega City 1 judges. Mel's got an awesome one as well, and we go over and not abuse people. Come out with loads of orders and stuff like that, and
I bet you can say abuse. I've witnessed that.
Yeah, we're very interactive with the people at Comic-Con, so it's highly fun.
Abuse.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Abuse.
It is amazing. And I'd like to first of all blame Mick for this. So Mick, right, good old Mr. Ramsey. So big Judge Dredd fan. The new film came out in 2012. Went, wow, this is really good. And then somebody called Mick decided to run a Judge Dredd screening event in Birmingham, and that started it all off majorly. So what? So the DSDC, what the hell is that?
Oh, we'll see. Well, as you just mentioned, so it started off as I was a big fan of Dredd, as you can see now as well, like yourself, Mike. I really loved the film when it came out. I absolutely hated the Stallone movie. Absolutely hated it.
Who didn't? But we have got one of them in the region as well.
That love it,
There's one person who has it, who likes to.
Yeah, I mean, they got stuff good. There's some great stuff in there. It's the Mega City 1. Deadly City Warrior, Hammerstone, whatever you want to call him. So there's bits in it they got perfectly, which is superb. And obviously 2012 didn't have the same budget. But for me, it had what massive, which was still and this was seeing my favourite character on the screen.
Yeah.
So it came out, it had a minimal success in the UK and just sort of disappeared after a couple of weeks. So at the time, it wasn't out on DVD. There was a good chance it would never come out on DVD from what I was hearing. So I wanted to see it again. So I went down to the Electric Cinema in Birmingham, which is one of my favourite cinemas, and basically hired out the cinema for myself and my girlfriend just to see it. And then we were sitting around one night and just basically went, do you think somebody else might be interested in coming to see this? So I just went there, and luckily people bought tickets and we sold out, which was absolutely superb because one, I got some money back, which was amazing, and then two, the rest was given to Acorns Children's Hospice because they were more amazing.
Awesome.
But the really good thing about it for me is it showed that there was a community of people out there that wanted to come out of their houses and get together. So, I mean, we met up in the pub, which just happened to be right next to the cinema before the screening, and then we all went to the pub after. And
well, what can I say? You need to plan another one after lockdown finishes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We
And
definitely need
never
another.
sell out.
No, it was great, but it was, yeah, and I thought it'd never sell out. And, you know, I've got a few of them now, and apart from one, they've all sold out. But it's what it is. It's just people coming out, and then so DSDC, which for those who don't know stands for the Dread Screening Club. So basically, we meet in pubs and talk about all things comics, and it's done amazing things for me. I mean, Barry might have set it up 2014, I think it was, yeah, 2014 ish. Obviously, Kevin, you were one of the first people to get on board with it. You come regulate, met us in pubs in Birmingham, and then it sort of evolved from there. But it's you know, we've got members all over the world, like yourselves, you know, V2A Cult, DSDC, people, and it's taken us to places that I never would have imagined going to. You know, Comic Cons in Sweden, you know, and we're planning to do screenings in Prague, stuff like this. You know, and it's been amazing. It's been great.
There's a lot of drinking involved. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
oh my God.
For me, it brought a lot of the geek community who would sit in their houses just sitting around.
Yeah.
They had a focal point. Let's go out and meet people.
Definitely.
A bit like tonight, I suppose. Let's go out and talk all our favourite things, our comics, you know, and, you know, they meet other people and then they start networking and they're doing more cosplays. So if I wanted a vest, I know who to go to straight away. If I want a helmet, etc., etc. So you get all these connections with people that you would never normally meet, and it's great to get behind the keyboard as well and meet these people. Really
Definitely. Is. So a big question over to Mel now. So Mel, we were at LFCC years and years ago. Me and Mr. Broad, Big T, who from the Cult of V2A, dressed as judges, going out giving the public some hell as always, some stick, which is highly entertaining, and we befriended this stormtrooper, who I think was called Mel.
Oh yes.
And I think that's how we first met. Was that?
Yes. Well, it wasn't LFCC. I think it was.
Oh, I don't know.
It was. It was a Comic Con. I think it was in Birmingham.
Right.
Or the ones at the NEC. But yeah, that was interesting. I was taken through the whole process of being arrested on my knees. I was given a random, what seemed like a trivial pursuit question, nothing to do with crime or Star Wars. And if I got it wrong, I was given so many ISO, but it was all fun, all done very light-heartedly and
amazing. Yeah. So how did the Central Legion first appear then? So what was the idea to form your own cosplay group?
I suppose it was just general frustration more than anything else. I mean, I must say I was in a costume group beforehand, who I owe a massive debt of gratitude to. I'm not sure whether
I'm just going to say debt.
I did kind of. I don't know. I did kind of pinch a few ideas from them. I was inspired by them, but the only thing was they didn't have a great deal going on in the West Midlands. So I thought, you know what? It took me a while, a good sort of 6, 7, or 8 months. And Mick was one of the people who I was kind of like to and fro in from, bouncing ideas off about doing something in Birmingham, the West Midlands, where we could get a bunch of costumers together. And initially it was just going to be Star Wars. We were just thinking of doing a Star Wars group because that was my fandom, my sort of background with costuming. But Mick was the one who suggested, well, maybe try out other costumes, other fandoms, and I didn't have a clue. I thought, I mean, I was into Dread myself as well, and I was still in the early stages of getting a costume. But I think it was through Mick's contacts and his encouragement and ideas that we became more than just about Star Wars. It seems crazy now because we are everything. We cover all fan bases, you know, Marvel, DC, movies, Disney, anime,
awesome.
horror. It's all
and I think that's that's the major plus for the Central Legion. First of all, it's super well run, really nice, friendly people. The cosplay and the costumes are epic.
Thank you.
But the diversity is there as well. So it's not like 700 stormtroopers all with the same stuff. You get
it seemed crazy to me that the idea of having a stormtrooper and a superhero and a Disney character all occupying the same space, or even the same photograph, and still looking awesome. But after a couple of times, it felt kind of weird. But after a few times into it, it was a formula that kind of worked.
I think it really works. It's very inclusive, and it's really, really nice bunch of people, really well run. So, Skelly, a quick question to you, sir. Have you been to Comic Cons, and have you ever dressed up?
I've been to them, but I've only worn clothes so I don't get arrested.
Well, that's always a plus. If you were going to do your own cosplay, what character would you go as?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I must admit, the new Sonic film was actually good. Stig, over to you, sir. Have you been to a Comic-Con, and have you ever gone in cosplay?
Yes, and yes. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
bit of info would be good.
Yes, I have been to Comic-Cons, and yes, I had done cosplay, usually dready type things. And half the time, I think I nicked Mech's uniform because she couldn't go. So that was good. That was when I met John Wagner. That was good.
John Wagner, awesome. What a legend.
And,
big
and
cheers to John Wagner.
Yeah, that was the one where they had a really good sort of 2000 AD comic panel. That was really brilliant. That's one of the great things about Comic Cons is it's not just the cosplay thing, but you get some really good panels of comic and geekdom gods just sat there gibbering, which is brilliant.
I really enjoyed that one. So we went to it.
Yeah.
I think Mick, you might have been there. It was John Wagner. I can't remember who it was now. We were all dressed as judges.
There were four of them, weren't there?
Yeah.
It
It wasn't Lawless. No, I think it was it. I don't know where it was now. But the funny thing was we got Stig all dressed up as a Mega City 1 judge, and of course he then puts his hand up and with his very posh accent asks a really high-tech intellectual question, because normally it's like, some people you get, can I eat my helmet? No, you can't, mate. No, you can't eat your helmet.
Was it the nice con in Bedford?
I think it was actually.
It was
Brilliant.
Yeah, there you go. See, me and
Hi, you honestly, Mick, you are the memory man. So, mechanized. Mechanized. Have you ever done cosplay? And if you have, what have you gone dressed as?
Yes, I've done several Comic Cons and cosplays, but the most fun one was my German judge. Obviously, as everybody knows, I don't follow rules, so I do always my own shit. So I was a German judge, Judge Stret Dean.
And what's your favourite badge on the side of your helmet say, Mech?
Can't remember.
I'm from Deutschland. Fuck off.
Yes,
I believe that's how it goes, isn't it?
And I think you were wearing that, weren't you?
I was, yeah. A very nice policeman had a very close look at that.
Something's just occurred to me.
Yeah.
There's a comic coming out quite soon, quite a good comic, I hear.
Huh?
We could technically cosplay as ourselves in the future.
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's being lazy.
That's sorted out.
I've got some more information on that. Me being a comic book writer. Whoa! So, first of all, then, guys, everybody online, we've got absolutely tons and tons of people. Please post up who your cosplay character is, and any questions for our celebrity guests. So before we get going, let us just do our fact or fiction. This is a bit of the show where we come out with either a fact or a fict. You've got to say it in a poker face to the camera, and then by the end of the show, everybody's going to vote whether you are telling fibs or it's the truth. It can be as outlandish as you want. Normally highly entertaining. Are you ready for the jingle then, guys? Let's do it. Let's
jingle. Let's jingle.
Let's get this party started.
Gets longer and longer.
The jingle is so short, it just cuts off. It needs like about another 10 seconds in the end. Highly entertaining. So I'll get the ball rolling.
Get into that.
I'll get the ball rolling just to help our guests on. So first of all, then, guys, my fact or fict. When I was a kid, I won a trophy for ballroom dancing. Is it a fact? Is it a fict? Oh,
Is it a fact? Is it a fict?
Is it a fact or a fict? So Skelly, over to you. So we go that way round. This is all
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
fact or fict.
And did she like it?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Did
Uh,
you?
I auditioned to be Britt Eklund's stunt ass for the Wicker Man film.
Pardon?
They'll have to repeat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't get that. I totally missed.
Did I not speak clearly? I'm sorry. I'll try to eloquent.
No.
I'm not from the southern lands. I once auditioned to be Britt Eklund's stunt ass for the Wicker Man film.
And the funny thing is, I thought you said that the first time, but I just
Well, you asked me to repeat it then.
well, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
You
my
really should know by now, Drone, that if Skelly says something like that, it's going to be exactly what he meant to
Is
say.
it a fact or is it a
No.
fict?
Yeah, is it a fact or is it a fict? So
In the land of women, let's hope it's a fact. Carry on.
Stig, over to you. Fact or fict?
Oh, I have a glider pilot's license and flew thermals over Shotton Steelworks.
Oh, that's got details, so that could be. That sounds quite
Impressive.
believable.
And
Doesn't
he
it?
didn't
Well,
blink
that was
either.
detail.
He
That was
didn't
bullshit.
blink either.
He didn't
No.
blink. Yeah,
daring.
mechanized. No, don't blink when you say this.
Okay. My game face on.
You've not blinked at all.
Well,
That's impressive.
no.
Very
Am I good or what? I'm getting good at this game. Well, did I or did I not get thrown off a rocking horse at Wasteland?
Oh, off a rocking horse. Honestly, welcome to the show, guys. Poor old Mick and Mel are thinking, what on earth have we got ourselves into? Mick, your fact or fict, sir?
Did I or did I not get sacked from one of my first ever jobs because I refused to shake hands with Margaret Thatcher?
Oh,
Can I just say that's the second appearance of Margaret Thatcher on Fact or Fict?
is it?
Is
Yeah.
it?
She's everywhere.
I had
She's
that
insidious.
one. I had that one where I gurned it through a restaurant window at her.
All right. Fact or fict. So, guys, everybody watching, oh my God, we've got 50 comments. I'll go through those in a
Three.
moment. So, Mel, over to you. Fact or fict, still, with your poker face on.
Well, I've wrapped up a colleague at work in blue paper towels, and I filmed it.
Kinky.
Kinky. I'm liking it. So everybody, is that a fact? Is that a fict? Please post up what you think. So a big question back over to Mel and Mick. First of all, what have you guys been up to since we've been on lockdown
Me
with no
personally,
festivals?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm really missing it. It's coming up to a year now, and obviously with the DSDC and Central Region, I'm missing a lot of the people that you sort of interact with on a weekly, daily, whatever sort of basis. So you don't get to meet these people that you sort of know and who we're good friends with. And also, I'm missing going to the pub with them as well.
Yeah. Have you managed to do any cosplaying or anything like that? Any building stuff or getting ready for when the world does open up again?
No.
I know a lot of our guys have. A lot. That's pretty much the one thing that's been keeping a lot of our guys going is, having some creative outlet and putting another costume together. I haven't done that. I've been doing other things.
A question to Mel then from one of our audience is, what Comic-Cons do you do in the UK and how can they join?
Comic-Cons, we do pretty much anything that comes our way. We do a lot of the main ones like LFCC, a lot of the Showmasters ones. If depended on where they are, usually a lot of the ones in the sort of central part of the country. So as far north as Sheffield, Manchester, we've been very fortunate to have done a lot of the Monopoly events, ones like For the Love of Horror and Liverpool Comic Con.
Oh wow!
We've done we've even done some of the smaller ones too. A lot the ones where there've been kind of first time cons like Milton Keynes Comic Con. There's been a new horror con in Leicester, which we were very fortunate to do. So we do a good sort of range of those. But it's I'm hastened to add that it's not about just the cons. We do a lot of other things as well, like cinema events and charity events, and
Awesome.
we've even done music gigs as well, which is great.
Okay.
Something different we're looking to go into. As for joining, I would say the first place to go to is our Facebook page. Have a look around.
What is your Facebook page, sir? And we will post that up in the comments.
Central Legion. It's we've got a main page where you can have a good crawl through our back catalogue of pictures and albums. But feel free to message us, contact us, and we'll respond and send you a link and go from there.
So once people do contact you and say, I'm a stormtrooper or whatever, how can they then join in, and how do they get like approved? Mick, can you explain what that is about first?
Well, there is the great thing about Central Legion is obviously there's a shed load of cosplay groups out there, and when me and Mel first discussed about how we were going to set up Central Legion, it was more based. It doesn't have to be 100% screen accurate. So obviously you've got people like 501st, and don't get me wrong, the 501st are brilliant. They do tons of great stuff, but 501st stuff or screen accurate stuff normally tends to come at a super cost, which a lot of people haven't got. So me and Mel sort of went like, as long as it's a good representation of the character. So if the layman in the streets went, oh, that's a Spider-Man or that's whatever, and it could be recognised. So that's one of the things we do. So it doesn't have to be 100% super accurate. Obviously, we strive for accuracy, but it doesn't have to be. You have to spend all your savings on getting something that's going to bankrupt completely. But then we have a clearance process. Well, if you go to Central Legion's Facebook page, we have our admin team that you send your photos, you submit your photos to, and basically they'll go through what your costume looks like. And as I say, if it's a good representation of the character, then we pretty much Central Legion will welcome you on board. But great thing about it, as I said before, it's not all Star Wars, it's not all Spider-Man. It can be any character you want, and as Mel pointed out, we do horror cons. So,
wow.
Great load of people just do, fantastic horror things, but, and some of them are quite scary, believe it or not.
I must admit, so I've been to lots and lots of Comic Cons, normally with Mr. T, Big T, Tony, and stuff like that, and there's a group of us. But he is on, yeah. So hi Tony, hi D, hi Mama Giddy, Nitro's on. Stig, if you can just see who else is online while I just go through this. We have lots of people. The one thing I found with the Central Legion is it's such a lovely bunch of people to hang around with. Mel does an amazing job of organising everything, because sometimes, if you just go like with a group of friends, it's not organised. You don't know where to park. You're not sure where it's supposed to be changing. Half the people don't turn up or they go to the wrong venue. The one thing with the Central Legion, it's wonderfully ran, and all credit to Mel with his clipboard. He is a true gentleman, very welcoming. It's fun, but it's really, really nicely organised. And it's just, you don't have to worry about the details, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and I must say, it's taken a while to get there. It's no sort of easy fit. It's taken a lot of trial and error.
Lots of work, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing is with these groups is that it's I look at it in the way what would I want out of a group? How would I want to be treated? What would be my misgivings if I was joining something new as a new costumer? And even just basically a new person to a bunch of existing people who know each other. But not only that, there's the whole confidence aspect of it, and being on show to the public, and we have to consider all those kind of what people might consider obstacles to doing something like the group thing that we do. So we try and make it all encompassing and try and please everyone, but it's not easy to do.
Yeah, honestly, so massive well done for that. It is a joy to hang around with you guys, and it's always great fun. So Mick, you cosplaying, what are your cosplays?
Unfortunately, I just do Dread stuff. So I do the Mega City one day.
Hey!
You need to do it again. Bring the judge
And I
out.
do
Hey.
Fair Thread, which is basically me in a huge desert poncho with all the gear underneath it, and that's about it. I mean, I keep promising myself I'm going to do a TK at some stage because I'm, as you can see, a big TK fan, Stormtrooper fan.
Yeah.
But I am aware that I'll probably go a little bit short of Stormtrooper and jokes will just come flying. So, I mean, I did do. We did one at we did a cinema event at the Odeon in Birmingham, 5 Ways, and Mel just happened to have a spare costume, and on the day I was just helping out. You know, we have somebody that just goes around with the cosplayers just to make sure, you know, things like if you've got a TK helmet on, your vision's very limited, but you know, you need people who chaperone them. So Mel took me into putting on a Luke Skywalker X-Wing outfit. Now, obviously, Mel's a lot
X-Wing costume.
Yeah, X-Wing costume. Sorry, not the helmet. I've got the helmet though. So I put the whole costume, you know, the big orange jumpsuit and and Mel's obviously a medium. I'm not medium. I'm a large to an extra large. So I ended up looking like Porkies. You know the chubby extra.
Those were your words, Mick. Those were your words. Nobody.
So, but you know, I went in. I did it. I know it was a great day, and once again, we raised. You know, Mel does everything for the charities, which is fantastic, and we raised.
Is there some weird sound stuff going on?
Sorry.
Hey.
Hey?
Yeah, I think she's drinking again. She's drinking.
Uh-oh.
So Mel, what cosplay stuff do you do when you do? Because you're normally running around with a clipboard or your camera, and we have to try and entice you out.
Oh, I know. I try and look after everybody as much as possible, but I do. I mean, they've got it here. It's it was all down to this guy. You know, this is the region Central Legion exists. This fellow over here.
Can you see much with that when you're wearing a Stormtrooper helmet? Because I've heard that you have to put it on sideways, and then you can't really see your feet.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's particularly dangerous when you've got 10-year-olds around you, and you could quite easily, you know, bop them on the head, and then you've got parents to deal with. So this is why you need crew people, you know, sometimes referred to as spotters, who are your kind of eyes, and they navigate you around sort of funny corners and steps. So a lot of the established Star Wars groups have them. But it's still fun. I mean, you deal with all the minor discomforts because you're having so much fun in there. You know, you're doing all the things you wanted to do as a child. So aside of Star Wars, I do. There's a X-wing costume. Mick mentioned Lando Calrissian, Jedi. Eventually, I got my Judge Dredd costume finished after about 5 or 6 years.
Yay! Finally.
A lot of that was down to Mick and you know, great guys like Tony and Balls Props and Len, who they all sort of gave me so much great advice, and a couple of the Facebook groups I joined, and I've got a couple of horror costumes. I mean, once again, the horror costumes, I would never have thought to go into horror costuming had it not been for the great people I met through Central Legion, and you know, the people like Matt, who's one of my admins, who's a great horror aficionado. He's everything. He just knows it all about horror. So it's great to have him.
Awesome. So just a quick shout out then. Who are your main admins? Would you like to do a big shout out for these guys? They deserve all the praise.
I mean, well, what's great about them is that we all have kind of specialisms in terms of our sort of fandoms. You know, there's Mark, who's into his DC costumes. He's known for doing a big Batman costume. There's Matt, who is into his horror costumes, things like just Jason Voorhees and Leatherface and lots of other creepy, sick costumes he's into. And Danny, who's our recent addition, she's heavily into Game of Thrones, and she does Brienne from Game of Thrones and Captain Phasma over here.
Awesome.
You know, she does that, and she's great at hand making all of these costumes herself, and she's done a good couple of Marvel costumes as well. So it's a good blend of people in the group.
How many members do you have in the Central Legion?
I'd say roughly around 80 members at the moment. I mean, we have sort of come-ins and go-ins, people who are sort of dip in and out. A lot of guest costumers who we tend to sort of go to just to sort of bolster our numbers and make us look a lot better than we are at events sometimes. But this is the thing with costume groups, is that we're not exclusively about just our own members. We do sort of dip in and out and do collaborations with other groups as well, especially when geography is an issue. So, for example, we might share a space or an event with a Star Wars group or with a superhero group. But this is the thing with a lot of costume groups, that they're very enclosed and very protective, and they won't share space with others. So it's great to be able to do that with other groups.
I must admit, I always have fun, because me being sort of part of more of the naughty corner, as Mick would probably know, I have a tendency of challenging the other cosplay groups to dance-offs and crazy stuff like that.
Do it. No, it's great.
Oh, Kevin's doing another dance-off.
Well, to be fair, we did one dance-off. We all went as judges, and it was at the Edgbaston Comic-Con, and we challenged the Warhammer 8-foot dudes, all those guys, to a dance-off, and we won. Space Marines, and we won. How cool was that?
I'm jealous.
Yes, eat my dust. So that was good. So always for fun and stuff like that. So, okay, guys, the next part of the show, let's do a quick one, apart from Stig's drinking. Questions, please, coming in. Also, let's just do the what's hot next, and then we'll go around and find out where's our favorite Comic-Cons. So, for guys, then, what's hot this week? Excellent. And I'll start the ball rolling. So what's hot this week? The V2A graphic novel. Yay! Woo! So it's all written, it's all lettered, and we are just pulling the extra pages, because there's a few extra pages in there with other bits and bobs. And we're getting T-shirts done, and the patches, and the dolls made. And so we're just accumulating all that, and they're all going to go out, which is super excited. Also, anybody who ordered a physical copy is going to get a V2A Doomsday medal. Yay! Oh, look at that.
Mick's got his eye on that one.
Mick's got his eye on that one. Very excited. And also we are going to upscale a few of the other tiers as well, because we did really well, and we are super excited. The book 2's already gone off to PJ to start drawing. So off you go. Woohoo! And then we are
cover this week, Kev?
I haven't. Is it good?
Oh my god. Yeah,
he's on form. PJ is rocking it.
Yeah,
he is.
Cover is just stunning. You've got to check it out.
Oh my god, he is absolutely rocking it. It is fun working with PJ, because I think our book confused him a little bit, because we had to explain it a few times, because this is like, if you imagine sort of Mad Max Fury Road in our own world, it's full on. And the fun bit is as well, we've been asked to do some of the big Comic-Cons in Europe, UK, and abroad over in the States. Brilliant. And what we're looking at is maybe taking the buggies, take some flamethrowers, maybe take some war boys over in the States as well. So we've got, we could do the comic book panels, but then at night we can actually play and take the band and all that carnage. You guys have got to get into the post-apocalyptic. We've got to get the cosplayers into that. The cosplay our festivals, sort of the post-apocalyptic festivals, is a lot of sort of cosplay. So a lot of the, all the cult of V2A, they all go dressed up to the gigs in their own armor, and you can be your own character. It's the same like cosplay, but you're not trying to be somebody else. You're your own sort of made-up character, if that makes any sense. So I think cosplayers would love it, absolutely love it. So very, very excited. So over to you, Skelly. So what is hot this week?
Third series of Star Trek Discovery. I've started watching that. Very good so far. And also the new Coming to America film. Just watched it just now on Prime. Very funny. Enjoyed it.
What? Oh God! Is that
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy. Oh,
and Arsenio Hall.
Wow!
I so want to see that.
Yeah, it's a many years later sequel, and it works really well.
Does
Kept me
it?
engaged. It
Cool.
was good, very funny.
Yeah, I watched the first one
Awesome.
again last night. So
Oh, just getting ready for it.
yeah, so tonight I was going to go. Let's watch the new one. It's like, oh, can't. I've got an appointment with Kevin.
Yeah, and about
Aw.
about 1,000 people online. So also, guys, please subscribe and like and share on our YouTube channel. It's all out on Facebook and YouTube, but it's on YouTube as the archive, so you can go and watch all old programs because they're all archived there. If that makes any sense. So, Stig, over to you, sir. What is hot or what this week?
Oh, well, if you could come to me about the next one, I could have got you this really fantastic picture, but you come to me too quickly. Another mate of the show and Marvel DC cover artist, Ryan Brown, did an absolutely epic cover for of the Alien.
Yeah,
It's
stunning.
astounding, absolutely bloody astounding. I'll try and bring it up so
We can
Graham
have a
can
look
show
later
it to you a bit later, but it's bloody brilliant. So I got that, and I got a few other things. Aquaman trailer looks really good from good old Zack Snyder-y dilly dilly dongly. He looks really good. I'm looking forward to that, and it's R-rated, which is going to be good.
Hold on, dilly
Can't beat
dilly
with
dongly.
R-rated.
Really dilly dongly.
Are you
Yeah,
on
that-
about Aquaman 2, or are you on about the Snyder cut of the?
Or is this a
Justice
folk
League?
album?
It's the new Aquaman
Oh, there's a new Aquaman.
on the way. Yeah,
Oh, oh,
it's looking good.
Oh.
It's looking good.
Missed that one.
I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm weird about coming to America because some of the reviews were shite. But if it's come from Skelly, then it's worth watching.
I
All the
liked
rest
it
can go in
anyway.
the bin.
yeah. Well, I'm excited. So, Mechanized, over to you. What's hot this week?
I watch so much television at the moment. I'm losing track on things. But what was hot was actually I could see sunshine out the window. So that was hot for me
Hey.
today.
Remember
Damn
Sunshine?
hot.
Wow, sunshine. God, I forgot even what that looked like. So, over to you then, Mick. So, what is hot this week? What have you been watching? What would you recommend to people out there?
What is hot for me? Right. Well, what Disney Plus Hellstrom, which I really like. It's one of the usual. I don't know how do you describe it. Brother and sister, they sort of like exorcists, and they go around exercising things, which is great. So I've started watching that on there. I'm
On
looking forward
Disney
to coming to
Plus?
America. On Disney Plus. So Disney Plus have now got Star, which is sort of
Oh,
like the adult
right.
version of Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So you'll find
yeah.
it in there. I mean, apparently it only goes for one season, but there's 3 episodes in, and I'm absolutely loving it. I think it's fabulous. It's one of those ones that I just thought I'd watch it again. Coming to America too is something I'm looking forward to. As I say, I watched the first one again last night, and I'm looking forward to Star Wars Bad Batch, the animated series, which was announced
That
for
looks
release
awesome.
on May the 4th. May the 4th is coming out on Disney Plus.
May the 4th. A
the
quick question
4th,
to you,
yeah.
Mick. Is WandaVision worth watching?
Yes. It starts off slow.
There was a deep
with
breath.
It's a grower. Let's call it a grower. I mean, it started off. I mean, got into episode 3, and I thought I can't watch this anymore. But people talked me around. As you know, I'm quite opinionated. I went, okay, I'll stick with it. And then it's good. I mean, the ending's not as great as you want it to be because it sort of finished yesterday. But it's well worth a watch, definitely. And as for Skelly, Discovery 3.
It's a controversial choice.
Yeah, I watched a
too
bit of
much
Discovery
crying going on
3.
with Discovery.
Yeah,
Too much
I watched
crying.
Discovery 3 and it was awful. It really just, oh my God.
Yeah, I just can't watch anymore. I got about 2 episodes in. I thought I'm done.
Well, at the moment, I'm binge watching Ink Masters because it just really does brainwash.
Okay.
And that's pretty good, actually. Well, not so much for the canvas, but yeah, it's interesting to watch.
It's quite entertaining, Ink Master. So it's like 15 or 16 of the top tattooists in America, and each week everybody, one of them gets knocked out. But some of the tattoos are so bad. Oh my God! And these people have got it on their skin forever. It's horrific. It really is. It's
We got
funny
that
to
at,
watch.
Celebration last year. So the Central Legion guys got together. And we all went to Star Wars Celebration last March, I think it was, or maybe I don't remember the date.
Oh wow!
And they actually have people having Star Wars tattoos there, sort of thing. You can book
Yeah.
the slot.
It's
And
huge.
Luckily, one of the guys who did us had a really good tattoo done. But we were walking around, Oh man, there were some bad tattoos. Really, I think saying, and these artists are supposed to be the creme de la creme, and also signed off by Lucasfilm as official sort of Star Wars.
God.
Man, there were some bad tattoos.
I love it when they do the spelling mistakes and stuff like that, or when you have to go, what is it again?
regrets.
Is that, yeah, what is it?
Yeah. Oh, so there were Daleks in Star Wars. That's impressive.
so yeah, there's some stinkers out there. So Mel, what for you, sir? What's hot this week?
Well, I mean, I've recently discovered these alien short videos on YouTube. I think it's on the Alien channel, which are set within the Alien universe. I mean, these have been around for a good couple of years, but I've just sort of bumped into them.
Right.
And they're really, you might have seen them. They take place in the same universe that the first film takes place.
I watched them a couple of years ago. They were really good.
And within 10 minutes, they just they're great. They capture the essence of the whole thing about Weyland-Yutani and the robots and androids and AIs and eggs and all of that goes on in the films. And in many ways, they just finish just at the right point in their storylines.
Oh my God! And
they
that's on YouTube.
Yeah, you just find the Alien channel. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff as well, with interviews with Sigourney Weaver and things like that on there as well. Documentaries, mini features, but they're really good.
Oh my God! Yeah, I have to check that out. Also, big shout out to friend of the channel, Elon Musk. SN10 actually landed. So if any of you guys...
And then exploded.
It landed. The big thing is it landed, which was amazing. The explosion came later. No, it exploded before landing. It never landed. It straight exploded.
It sort of landed and went like that, and then sort of caught fire a bit, and then blew up. But fair due.
Kevin, can I...
Thunderbirds. That sort of
it is.
Yeah, didn't it?
Can I mention one other thing as well? There was I do apologise to jump in with this, but there's a great French crime drama called Spiral, which I've been watching on BBC iPlayer, and it is incredible. It really is. It's just, I binge watched kind of 8 seasons, and it's just so gritty and dark and.
Wow. Yeah. Is it in English or is it in French?
It's in French. So, I mean, if you don't mind subtitles, but after a while, you don't notice them. That you have to read them. But it feels just great to be immersed in this whole universe and seeing the whole sort of French justice system. I don't know what it is about European crime dramas and basically European dramas full stop. Is that they're just so different and refreshing compared to what the guys, in say for example, one done by the.
Mel, did you watch Lupin?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it. No.
Definitely worth watching. Well, French.
Yeah,
it's the biggest French Netflix series ever. Got to #1. Definitely worth it.
I saw episode 1. It was good.
Yeah, it's well worth watching. You can watch it in French if you want to.
Are you all ready to be excited by Ryan Brown's picture? Mark, I have it.
Yes,
go for it.
I've seen it.
Right. Oh,
there's so much depth in it. It's incredible.
Fearsome.
It's properly 3D. It's
you can see the skull from the original. You can see the skull there. Yeah. That's
it's great tribute to H.R. Giger. I mean, considering he's passed away now. I always felt his work wasn't given enough attention, because he produced so much artwork for as you probably know, for things like Dune and Poltergeist and all the other things, Species, and his work. There was so much work he did that was never used or shown, but so it's great to see stuff like this.
Also, Ryan is I think he's linked with one of the new ultra top new comics out. It's the V2A Wasteland Chronicles Doomsday. He did the cover. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, so I was so excited when we actually got the graphic novel together, and we were like, "Who's going to do the cover?" It has to be Ryan Brown. Just
good shout.
Just amazing guy. Do not drink with him when he's on the Guinness. or
Yeah.
Mick
I
for
mean, I
that.
met up in Belfast last time I was in Belfast. We met up and had a few beers, and it's just like, one of these complete lost afternoons sort of thing. You know,
Oh man,
kiss your day goodbye. You just want to say something sort of thing. But it's always great fun to be with, and it's a real coup that you actually get to do the cover, because I know he's super busy at the minute. I mean,
he's super busy, but he obviously recognises the V2A call to V2A that we'd send the lads over and rough him up if he didn't do it. So he was more than keen.
For us, Kevin, for me and you, nobody would have known if it wasn't for us.
Exactly. So massive thanks though to Ryan. He's an absolute star.
Yeah,
and we're trying to sort him out for the second book. So as I said, we're already on that. So super exciting. Also, guys, a quick one. Let's go around. Also, guys, online, a question to you all. What is your favorite Comic-Con? So please post your comments now. We have tons of people watching. So let us go backwards this time. So Mel, favorite Comic-Con and why?
Oh gosh, I'm going to go for one of the smaller ones because they feel so intimate and they tend to try harder. I really loved. I think you was there actually, Kevin. Milton Keynes Comic Con.
That was good.
It was fun, wasn't it? It was good. It was they had a cosplay competition, and we were all lined up at the front door greeting people as they were coming in, and
amazing.
It was a good day. Yeah, I think there's a good tick box.
That is a brilliant one. So Mick, over to you, sir. Your astounding knowledge of Comic-Cons. What is your favourite and why?
I have two. I'm allowed to have two. I don't know if I am or not.
Yeah, go for it.
The first one would be what I mentioned earlier on, Nice in Bed, which I just think is just it's ye olde school Comic-Con, but sort of updated. That it's a real good mixture of artists, writers, and fans, as opposed to a lot of the new stuff. The MCM stuff seems to be all film orientated, which
or Hollyoaks
space for it, but and of course my other one is Lawless. Used to be Lawgiver, which is the big one. It's going to be online this year. I think in May. So they're doing an online sort of panel. I love Lawless. I think it's great. I mean, obviously, it was originally set up as a Dread thing, so it was all the Dread artists, but now it's all British comics now. So you're going to have artists from all over, all over the British spectrum. Dandy, Beano, some of the old Eagle artists, of course, but so online in May. I'm looking forward to that, definitely.
Oh wow! Yeah, we'll have to get in contact and try and bring our comic to it as well.
Yeah.
Also,
British comics. It's all British comics. Isn't it?
British comics. Yeah. Well, all our guys are either mainly Irish. We have a big Irish contingent of artists, and English writers. So super excited. Mechanized, over to you. What is your favorite Comic-Con and why?
I think the most memorable, because everybody, all the Comic-Cons I've been to were fun and had their own, glimpse of everything. But the one which stuck in mind is the Bedford one, where we had Carlos Esquera.
Yeah.
That's the one which sticks in my heart forever. Yeah.
What a gentleman! What an absolutely amazing guy Carlos was. Truly epic guy. So Mick, could you just explain to everybody watching who Carlos is and was?
Carlos Esquera was the original artist for Judge Dredd. He actually created Judge Dredd. Him and John Michael, as we mentioned before. There was a bit of a to and fro in at the start, and Carlos had fallout with 2000 AD. So the first Judge Dredd was drawn by the actual first panel or comics, you would say, was drawn by Mick McMahon, who was supposed to be emulating Esquera's art. Anyway, Esquera came back, and then basically he is the other father of Eddie John, as far as I'm concerned. Sadly passed away just over 2 years ago. I mean, he was supposed to come to the last Dredd screening that we had in Birmingham, and unfortunately he took ill. Luckily, John still came, which was fantastic. We had him there. But yes, sadly he passed away. He's no longer with us. But one of the best artists of the 21st century, I would say, definitely.
And just such a gent.
Such a lovely gentleman. I was so excited. So excited to meet him, and so he did a drawing for me as well. So I've got my Judge drawn by Carlos, and I was texting him, and I was super excited. And as soon as the first day I met him, he was like, "Oh, hi, Kev. Where's Mechanized?" Because he wanted to talk to Mechanized about horses. I was devastated. It's like, mate, what about me? What about me? It was crazy. But what an awesome guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And his
amazing.
wife's lovely too.
Oh yeah. Well, big shout out to his wife and the family. Absolutely a legend.
Sandra,
So, Stig, over to you, sir. What's your favourite Comic-Con and why?
Oh, there's just too many to have a favourite one. I just pick on one. I really enjoyed the Star Coast World, aka Butlins Pathelli, sci-fi weekender.
Oh, that was good. Yeah,
that was partially because of Beasley, the ace bass player. Gig wasn't bad. First time I think it was the first time I met Mark Corduroy. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then Tony, who's in the chat room, gave us a bottle of
whipped cream vodka.
War Boy, whipped cream vodka.
War Boy Destroyer.
I think there were two bottles. So Drone and Mech had one.
Yeah,
Drone and Mech had one, and Pat and myself had one, and we sat up and drank the whole lot.
Yeah,
we did.
Sat in our little trailer caravan thing, going,
Yep.
God, the birds are a bit loud, aren't they? That's because it's about 5:30 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
That was a brilliant night. That was.
I don't remember that Comic-Con.
I met Pat Sharp.
Oh yeah, Pat Sharp. Yeah.
Didn't we have someone
photos,
applying for
didn't
the role as bass player on that night as well?
That was the
One
one.
of the-
The bass player.
Simon Beasley wanted to be our bass player,
Yeah.
Mr. Beasley.
And he
It was
tried
like,
to rock the stage.
That was
Do you
right.
remember, just on the sci-fi weekend as mechanized, do you remember seeing Jeff O'Toole for the first time ever?
Oh, yes. Yeah. The
That was
stall.
hilarious.
What was
yeah.
that?
What is this?
That is-
It's Jeff O'Toole. What are they doing? It's Jeff O'Toole.
What the fuck is he doing up there?
I hope they
What
played
he
Pussy
always
well.
does. Ian Anderson. Well,
Who?
Ian Anderson. Yeah.
There on one leg with his flute and mechanizers going.
Yeah.
What's
Fuck is he
going
doing?
on?
I have never seen so much hand knitted trousers in my life. Truly, honestly. Mel, we thought, you know, when you just think you're having a weird dream because you've ate too much cheese before you've gone to sleep. It was really odd.
Yeah.
It was really, really strange. So, Skelly, favourite Comic-Con and why?
I don't think I've been to many, so I'll have to go with For the Love of Sci-Fi in Manchester because I got to meet my favourite Doctor Who ever, Sylvester McCoy.
Hey!
Yeah, I
And I
did
have a
too.
picture by the TARDIS.
Oh, did you? Oh, you got a picture? You got things signed?
Yeah, I've got a signed picture, and I got a picture of us with some Cybermen outside the TARDIS. And I met Michael Bain off Alien as well, and had a picture of him by the loader.
Ooh,
that was fun.
Oh my god, awesome! So I think for mine, my favourite Comic-Con has got to be Lawgiver, which is now Lawless. It's a Judge Dredd Comic-Con, or used to be. It's now open to all British comics, but it's in Bristol. It's over a weekend and it's carnage. It's just the best fun ever. I've got my own little routine called Saturday lunchtime drinking down in the middle of Bristol. So we go traipsing off every Lawgiver with about 50 or 60 judges, and then we go off to the, I don't know what's the pub we go to?
Slug and Lettuce.
I think it's the Slug and Lettuce or something like that.
One that will let you in, probably.
That's highly
Yeah.
entertaining.
We
were there.
We're not allowed on there anymore.
Oh yeah, you're banned from the barge. I can believe it.
Oh, that was the best night ever on the barge when we were
We sort
there.
of talked to this about, but for the other guys who don't know, before Lawless, I was an organizer at a DSDC drinking night, and we always let everybody sort of meet up. It's like a focal point for everyone to come into town and
Just get pissed. Yeah.
there's a lot of drinking going on.
A lot of drinking.
And
the first
when I
year-
remember the licorice, the Swedish licorice, I remember.
Oh God!
Do you not like licorice there, Drone?
It's
Not the
no,
sweet stuff. Have you tried it?
not the Swedish.
I like it. I liked it.
What it is.
Swedish
It's a Swedish sweet they give to the kids, and I blame Svensson and Nicholas for this Asperg. So what it is, it's licorice dipped in about a ton of salt, and they give it to small kids as a sweet to shut them up.
Kiddie treat.
It's
kiddie treat.
disgusting. It literally dehydrates you within seconds, doesn't it?
It's got
Sucks
the
all
whole
the-
make behave.
Dries out, doesn't it? Really?
Oh, it's horrible. There was a funny moment at the one Lawgiver we were at. We marched off down to the pub as you do on a Saturday lunchtime, There's about 60 of us in a big row, walking all the way back to the festival, to the Comic Con. And this little old lady, I don't know if you there with us, Mick. This little old lady drives by the side of us, winds the window down, slows right down, and shouts out, "May the force be with you." Oh. She was about 90, lovely lady. Wrong thing. It's not Star Wars.
Your stormtroopers, didn't she?
Yeah, a bit confused. But awesome. So that for me, that was the best one. I really like that. And also, it's really fun as well when you go as a Mega City 1 judge to a Comic-Con, because a lot of the little kids have no clue who Judge Dredd is, and they either think you're a stormtrooper or just haven't got a clue who you are. But the ones who are really excited to get their photos taken with you are their dads.
Yeah.
It's always the dads.
Policemen as well, I found.
Yeah.
Coppers love the Dredd character. They always want to be stopped and have photos taken with it and ask them for your batons and your lawgivers and all that.
Amazing. So a quick question over to Mel. So Mel, would you like to do a shout out to some of the members of Central Legion, and what are their cosplay? What are they cosplaying out? Who are your movers and shakers?
Oh my gosh! Well,
just do a shout out to a few.
Well, the members, all of them. I mean, there's just so many off the top of my head, and we have a girl in our group who we call the Mel Streep of Central Legion, because her costumes are just 11 out of 10 all the time. This is her, Tony. She I can't list all the ones she does. I mean, it's just so many, but I mean, she's one of the best ones. What can I say?
Yeah.
There's just so many of them. I mean, I off the top of my head, there's Matt who does his other stuff. There's Danny who does her costumes. Wayne. I mean, there's just so many great costumers who I should mention. I'm going to get told off because I'm going to leave somebody out who I haven't mentioned.
You will. I know. You will.
It's going to be all.
I recognize the Dread artist in the background under Legion. I recognize his face.
Yes, that's Mark, and that's me in the background. That's me over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's the other one next to you?
That's Mark. He's
no, then it's not who I thought it was. No,
he's got a good jaw. I must say, he's got the right jaw for the character.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Kevin. That's a very unfair question.
It is unfair. Are you sort of inundated with Mandalorians at the moment? Is that the hot thing?
It's the thing that a lot of the guys have made, and what's great is that they've done their own version of a Mandalorian, which cool. It's kind of like a judge. You can do your own thing with it, cool. And it's great that they can do all sorts of colors, and it's great that girls do it too. They do their own sort of femme Mandalorian with it as well. So we're going to see a lot of these Mandalorians when cons start up again, which is fine.
It's a great show.
It is amazing.
I should take your word for it. I've yet to watch it, but I will.
How can you have not seen The Mandalorian? Honestly.
God.
Oh, have you been? So also, Mel, a quick question to Mel and Mick. So you've been over to America to Star Wars Celebration, and that's not the chocolate bar. That's not the Cadbury's chocolate bar. This is a Star Wars thing. What is it?
Yeah,
it's a convent. Well, it's kind of like a big sort, but it is what it says on the tin. It's a 3 or 4 day thing.
It's a celebration of Star Wars.
Absolutely. I mean, you can have all the great thing about it is that whenever it takes place in the States is that it has a lot of the key people involved in the films who were there. People like Daisy Ridley and Kathleen Kennedy and JJ, they're all there, guest appearing and being interviewed. I mean, it happened at the time when they showed the first trailer for Rise of Skywalker. Do you remember that, Mick?
Let's not talk about that film.
The innocent before the dark times. Before everybody was wooing at every single frame in that trailer. Gosh. It was an exciting time. It was an exciting time right up until December 19th. And I think there was some exclusives for Mandalorian as well those 3-4 days. Sorry, Mick.
And this is a good thing about Central Legion. That these people I've never really met a lot of people. And next thing you know, we're all sharing a big apartment in Chicago.
Wow.
Sort of, all sitting around discussing our love for Star Wars or whatever. I mean, it wasn't just Star Wars. Obviously, most people, after the con, you go out drinking and people start talking about what their influences were growing up and what they love and what they do. At the time, Game of Thrones was on its final series, so that was a big thing when I was over there. But this is the thing about it, same as DSC, DC, same as Central Region. It's bringing all these fans together and just getting them out to go and do stuff, And,
Yeah.
And you can't beat that, sit behind your keyboard all night just ranting and ranting and ranting, but you can't actually. I mean, it's a bit like tonight's sort of like being in the pub for me.
It is. That's what this show is. It's having a drink, having a chat, talking rubbish.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Mick, because the socializing aspect of the group is one of the things that holds it together. And it is the thing that makes us look forward to going to a con. Is, I mean, we're doing this until what, 5 o'clock, and then the fun really starts when we go back to our hotels and change and go out, go to a restaurant and then start drinking. That's quality time we spend and get to know each other. So it's not just about dressing up and having fun.
Yeah. It's like skiing as well. It's the après ski is normally even more fun.
They go wild.
They go wild. Are you ready then, guys? Let's do the what's not hot this week. I'm excited. This is going to be a good one. As you can tell from our little video, not particularly the biggest fan of the rise of the Palpatine. But let's start off at all green milk, all Doctor Who. I'm not sure what on earth they've done with all of this stuff. So, Mechanized, what's not hot this week?
Oh God, there's so many things. I don't even know where to start. Oh God. No, I better retard a bit. I can't. Otherwise, I just get into my fiddle. No.
Just pick something trivial.
Just pick something trivial. Well, what's not good is some of the tattoos on Ink Masters.
Yeah, for a starter.
There is some people who should not be allowed out in public. They are horrific.
Yeah, that's it. Well, besides of that, there's a lot of people who should not get out in public, full stop. But yeah, it's another thing.
Exactly. So, Mick, over to you. What is not hot this week, sir?
What's not hot with me? The weather.
Oh, wrong one. Yeah.
The weather's not hot, which is really bringing me down. I like a bit of sunshine in my life. And the end of WandaVision, I'd say, is not hot. I really wanted that to go on a bit further.
Oh, is it? How many episodes is there in that?
9.
What? And you think it could have just had like an extra couple in sort of?
Yeah, I mean, they padded the start a bit too much. They should have put the padding at the end and sort of brought it on a bit longer. Sort of like season finale could have gone over two episodes, I think. But at the end of the day, it surprised me because I was hating the start here. It really was. And it brought me around to it, so I was really into it. I wish they dragged it out a bit more, to be honest. I was hoping that they would have brought it in, obviously Winter Soldier and the Falcon and Winter Soldier starts in a couple of weeks, and I thought they might have just butted up against each other.
That would have been good.
Yeah, but so we've got a couple of weeks in Marvel, Marvel comics, but I'll get by, I suppose.
Yeah. So Mel, over to you. What's not hot this week? Also, guys, please post your what's not hot on the chat, and I will post some of them up. So Mel, over to you. What's not hot this week?
Well, I don't know. I think I found it quite amusing that QAnon thought on they were touting this date of March the 4th that Donald Trump was going to get inaugurated as the president, and that date came and went, and their conspiracy theories were just trashed, and it's quite amusing watching the news reports about all of that, and I don't know whether it sort of falls into that category, but it was not hot.
I thought Q was in Star Trek.
It's crazy, bunch of crazy people.
Oh my God. So over to me on my what's not hot this week. And this is more of a funny one. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have read any of the new Star Wars High Republic books and comics.
Nope.
But, and I kid you not, there is a book coming out. And let me just show you the screen. So she's good. There's a new sort of spaceship. She's like the captain. And I kid you not, the co-pilot is that brick, that slab of rock.
Don't body shame an alien.
Yeah.
But can you?
Careful.
So I think what actually happened on this one, it was obviously they'd had all their ideas for all the other books. It was like 10 to 5 on a Friday afternoon, and they was like, "Come on, guys, just one more book to think of." It's a rock.
Is it just me, but can you see a face in that rock?
It's just you.
I think it is just.
Must be the
Two
beer.
eyes. I see two
Seriously?
eyes. In
It's
the
the alcohol.
left-hand corner, there's like an eye and then another lower eye, and then the nose. And
It's a It's a baby statue. It's got to get.
Oh, it's going to grow a bit like Groot, baby Groot.
Yeah,
It's
It'll
going to
fall
be.
apart in place.
It's going to be chipped away at the edges, and when it's fully formed, it'll be beautiful.
Maybe Shaft
Symbolic.
So I'm literally going to as soon as the book comes out, I'm going to be starting to sell pebbles on Etsy and stuff like that as props from the show.
Square pebbles.
Square pebbles. It's definitely one of those 10 to 5 on a Friday afternoon, isn't it? Anybody got any ideas? What's the co-pilot going to be? It's like a slab.
The bridge.
Okay. It's a brick.
Sammy, quite funny, says it's a rock lobster.
Rock lobster.
So who have we got now? Stig? Have we done you? I can't remember.
No.
No, I didn't miss
No,
you
you
out
haven't.
this week. I always miss
Oh,
you
well, I
out.
was going to be serious. I'm a bit pissed off with our government offering 1% pay rise to the
Yeah,
NHS.
no, rubbish.
I don't
Yeah.
agree necessarily with their union saying they want 12.5% because we're all up shit creek at the moment. But when Boris has decided to spend 2.6 to 2.9 million, sorry, Carrie has volunteered to spend 2.6 to 2.9 million refurbing Downing Street where they live for you people who live in the sensible world. I think to say that the NHS people can only our nurses and doctors can only have 1% increase is stupid, especially when Cameron's refurb was 30,000. He was the previous prime minister. 30,000 quid versus 2.6 to 2.9 million, just so he can have
They get a
a
gold
bigger
arger
room.
in there.
Yeah.
Well, if he burns the place down with him in it, I wouldn't be too unhappy.
Is he planning on moving all his kids in there or something? Has he found them all?
Oh God, he's got no chance, and he's an aircraft hangar.
Oh dear. And now over to Skelly. So what's not hot this week, sir?
Well, Stig just took mine. I was going to do the less than inflation pay rises. Not okay. And also body shaming aliens. You know, there's a whole galaxy out there. We're all different and we're all beautiful.
Yeah, who's jumping on that bandwagon, eh?
Yes. It's just, can you just imagine that though? On like a fight scene, you're going to have to get like a trolley and try and stick it on and wheel it around a bit. It's not the
might
most.
have roll out feet. Who knows?
It's science fiction.
It's
imagination.
a bit disappointing, isn't it?
Do you remember in
On a
Star
stick.
Trek DS9, they had Odo, and he was like a shapeshifter.
Oh, well, yeah.
And he
It
was
could
sort of-
be.
He sort of turned like
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe that's the sort of thing they go.
I think I've got his bucket somewhere.
See,
You know, it's going to be a big
floor.
cosplay thing.
it's going to be a cosplay, isn't it?
That's absolutely, definitely.
That's one I can nail.
I go as rock. Yeah.
I think Mick, I think you've just got yourself as a writer there for the Lucas Story Group.
There you
Guys,
go.
it's a
I'm available.
shapeshifter.
you
Whatever
go.
props and stuff they've got left in the cupboard, wear that week. There you go,
I'm
job
able
done.
to do the next graphic novel. Just give me a shout.
Just honestly, inspirational. So
I like it.
Back over to fact or fict now. So Stig is doing the accumulating all the values. We've had loads of people.
He's got his calculator out.
He's got his
Oh,
calculator.
yeah.
So first of all, over to you, Mel. What was your fact or fict first? What?
I said something about wrapping my colleague in blue towels.
Oh, that's what you
Yeah,
said.
blue
yeah.
towels. Now, first of all, Mick, what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's a fact or fict? Knowing Mel very well.
Knowing Mel and knowing where he works, I'm saying that's an absolute fact.
That does sound believable. Mechanized, what do you reckon?
I don't know him, and he didn't twinkle, so I think it's a fact.
didn't twinkle. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
that
and
means, but okay. Stig, what do you reckon? Is it a fact or a fict?
I was going to go for a fict, but I've now changed it to fact because I've been swayed.
Swayed. Skelly, what do you reckon?
On a Saturday night. Well, there's a big wide world out there, and there's a kink for everything. So I'm going to say it's a fact.
I think. Well, first of all, I've got a quick question for Mel. What kind of paper towel was it?
Blue
talk roll.
That's technical. I think it's a fact. So over to Stig first. What did the audience say? Fact or fict?
They started off thinking you were a lying get. Well, one person did, and everyone else thought that it was the truth. So, was it a fact or a fict?
So, Mel, is it a fact or a fict?
Well, I have the answer here. Can you see this?
What's a secret?
It's very shiny.
Very shiny.
Tilt it downwards.
Downwards a bit.
It looks like someone's holding a vibrator.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
It's called Curse of the Blue Roll.
So you did. Is the answer
true?
Well, Chatfield got it right.
Yeah, we made about 4 DVDs out of it. It ended up just being a lot of fun and cheeky nonsense.
So as well as humiliating one of your friends by covering him in blue paper towel, you then took a video and then sold them on the black market, like Birmingham black market,
to buy more blue roll.
This is how people get into movies. I mean, what can didn't happen for me though.
So now over to you then, Mick. Mick, what was your fact or fict?
That I got sacked for refusing to shake Margaret Thatcher's hand.
Okay. Now, Mel, what do you reckon? Fact or fict?
I think, knowing mixed politics, it would be a little bit about mixed politics. I would think it'd be the right thing for him to have done in character. Yeah, I think it's true.
You think it's true? Mechanized?
Definitely true. Knowing Mick.
Stig, what do you reckon?
Well, I was really hopeful this was a true one after my brush with the Iron Lady.
Okay, so you're hoping it's true. Skelly?
Yep.
Two things to say, fact and right on.
I think knowing Mick is truly a legend. Let's zoom in on that face. Look at that boyish good look.
That cute little face and innocence.
I would
stroke your beard.
I think it's true because that would just add to Mick's even more legendness. So I think that is true. So Stig, what did the audience say? Fact or fict?
This is probably the biggest vote we've ever had, and they entirely hope that you did in fact
landslide.
It was more than yes. Well, yes, it was a bloody avalanche. They did, in fact, hope that you did, in fact, not shake the withered hand of our Iron Lady.
And so, Mick, over to you, sir. Is it a fact? Is it a fict?
I'm happy to please the audience. It is a fact.
Yes!
Shake her hand.
What a guy.
Right on, kids.
A very Tory-based manager, and she visited Birmingham back in the early 80s, late 70s. And they were doing like the Queen does at the back of the Palladium, going along and shaking hands, and I refused to shake a hand. So straight back to work and get your stuff, get out the door. And I was like,
wow.
Oh, that is something to put on the CV. Last job, sacked for not shaking the.
I just couldn't live with myself.
Have a pay rise.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind what's going on in the 80s and 70s in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't touching that hand. No way.
That is amazing, though. So you are truly a legend. So over to you, Mechanized. What was your fact or fict?
That I got thrown off a rocking horse at Wasteland.
Ooh. Now, Mick, what do you reckon?
That's so bad. I mean, it's not going to be your common garden rocking horses. It's going to be like a 20-foot rocking horse or something like that.
With flamethrowers and stuff.
Yeah, so shooting at tires and everything. So I'm going for fact.
Going for fact. So Mel, what do you reckon? Fact or fix? You've met Mechanized. She is trouble. She is the centre of all trouble on Earth. So what do you reckon?
I think it would be keeping in the theme of, apocalyptic chaos. So I'd say it's true.
So it's true. Stig, what do you reckon, sir?
I think it's almost certainly true. Don't know why.
I don't know why. Skelly, what do you reckon?
Mechanized has a rare talent for falling off things. I'm going to say
Especially horses.
Horses, motorbikes. Yeah, you name it.
If it's a horse, she'll
Fall
fall
off
off
a
it.
motorbike.
Exactly.
Yeah, she hasn't fallen
No.
off.
Jinxing it.
I think there's a high chance that it's true. So first of all, Stig, what did the audience say?
They do think that Mechanized did meet the ground propelled from a mechanical rocking horse.
So Mechanized, was that a fact or a fit?
It actually was a fact, but it was not a 20-foot one. It was like a 3-foot one, and I thought it was bolted into the ground. So I wanted to ride it wildly, and then it just catapulted me to the back.
We got one yeehaw, and that was it. You were off, weren't you?
Yeah, one yeehaw, and that was it. So I could not really ride it. Like I stole it.
Right. and then we had a very grumpy German who didn't want another go and was thought it was silly and didn't want to play anymore. It was...
No, I had to play. Well, they didn't explain that you had to sit still as you can.
Yeah.
So I, being German, everything is fixed to the ground when it looks like it should be fixed to the ground. Well, not at Wasteland. Don't trust things in Wasteland.
It was like
Sparkle Pony.
Yeah.
Who won that competition?
Can't remember. Did you?
I can. Yes.
Who did? You did?
Yep.
I was hurting too much.
I did, yeah.
My ego was hurting too much.
Crazy. So over to you then, Stig. What was your fact or fit?
Oh, that I'm a glider pilot and thermaled over shot and steel works.
Okay. So Mel, what do you reckon? He has a beard.
Does he?
Look at that face.
And a hat.
So what do you reckon?
I've got a beer and a hat.
I think it's true. I think it's a fact.
He has got that lookable face, hasn't he? Or that lovable face.
Lookable.
Lookable. Mick, what do you reckon? Fact or fixer?
I really want it to be true. Just the thought of just gliding over those thermals just sounds amazing to me.
Mechanized?
Knowing our little stealthy Stiggy, it's true.
You reckon it's true? Skelly, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go with falsehood. He's strictly a land mammal.
You think he's a land mammal?
Albeit a very handsome land mammal, but a land mammal nonetheless.
Okay, I think it's going to be true. I think anybody who wears a cowboy hat and rubber trousers.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know where I'm going with that. I was going to say the red rubber chaps, but I was just trying to stop myself then. But no, it's come out now. So I think it is true. So Stig, what did the audience say first? And
the audience believed me.
The audience believed you.
Yeah.
And
well, they were quite right to. I do have my glider pilot's license, and I did thermal over shot and steel works a long time ago because shot and steel works isn't there anymore. Well, the airfield isn't there anymore.
Wow,
there you go.
I didn't know. Oh, but I did not know that. So Skelly, over to you. What was your fact or fixer?
Mine was that I auditioned to be the stunt ass for Britt Eklund in the Wicker Man film. She did require a stunt ass for that film.
Did she? Okay, so Mick, what do you reckon? Let's start off with you because you obviously look like a man who would know this kind of stuff.
Having seen Britt Eklund's peachy ass in real life, I would say no, it doesn't require a stunt double. And plus, he's not as old enough to be a Wicker Man. So no.
Yeah. Oh, Mel, what do you reckon?
I think.
Well, yeah.
What's
I was trying to find a way to make it sound like I would believe it was true, but you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to be the I'm going to say it's true.
You're going to say it's true.
I'm on your side, Skelly.
That honestly, that's you. I think you're going to be the only person. So Mechanized, what do you reckon? Skelly's bum. Wicker Man.
Well, as I said, for the women's world, I would say, please let it be true. But I think it's a fict.
You think it's a fict? Oh my God! I think having seen Skelly's bum and still scarred from that thought, I think it is true. I think it's true. And so over to Stig. What did the audience say? Oops.
What do you say first?
What do I say? I say you're more chance of being Mick Jagger's stunt ass, but so I think no. And knowing your love of that film, I wouldn't have thought you'd have debased yourself.
Oh,
so there you go.
So Skelly, was it a fact or a fear?
No, should we find out what the internet thought?
Oh my God! Sorry about
that. What did the internet think?
Well, Chatfield was a bit closer to 50-50, but still did err on the fact that your cute peachy arse, it was in fact good enough double for Britt Ekland's.
There's people that actually believed it then.
Yeah.
That makes it true.
That is.
I'd go with that, but there's two factors here. One, I'm not quite old enough to have been involved in that production, legendary as it was. And two, my arse is not a stunt arse; it's a leading arse. It doesn't debase itself to stunt double roles.
Yeah, Skelly's arse always comes into the room first.
It's a leading role.
I don't even know what to. Who else has a YouTube show like this? Really, seriously.
There's a reason for that.
There is a reason, and how we get 1,000 odd people watching every week, I have no idea. So over to mine. Mine was at an early age, at a young age, I actually won a trophy for ballroom dancing. So Mel, fact or fict?
I would say that you have a former life, and it may well have led to where you are now. So, fact.
Oh, I like the way you think it. Thinking about that. Mick, you've seen my moves. What do you reckon, sir?
I have a very long Blair, I have to say. I've seen you move. Right on your feet. As somebody who's used to taking his daughters ballroom dancing,
right.
I spent a lot of time in the ballroom areas. I'm gonna go yes, because you strike me as a man who would have a good turn as a ballroom dancer.
Oh, mechanized. What do you reckon? Fact or fict?
Knowing your dance moves. Very hard. I'm very torn. I say it's a fact.
You say it's a fact. Oh, so Stig, what did the audience think?
No, what did I think?
And you, what did you think in the audience?
It's the cider. Blame the cider. Yeah. It's the cider.
God, he was only on tea earlier. Well, I think, given your predilection for trying to call out various stormtroopers for dance-offs and anybody else who happens to be within shouting distance, I reckon it's possibly true. But then seeing your most recent dancing, I'm not so sure. But of course, we're not talking about that. So we're talking about you in your younger days. So I think it was true.
Okay. Skelly, over to you, sir. What do you reckon?
Well, this was in your younger days, and you did grow up in the southern parts of the country where they do raise their kids to do pastimes like that.
They force them to do stuff like that.
As opposed to playing rugby or standing in shield walls like they do in the north.
Yeah.
I'd say it's true.
Okay. So it is actually... Are you ready?
Go for it.
It's a lie. I did performance jazz dancing.
Oh God, that's even worse.
Even worse. No, I didn't.
I think it could be worse, but it is. You're right. You're right, Mick.
That's an achievement.
I would have admitted to the ballroom dancing thing. I would have kept jazz hands.
And now you know what a jazz hands always come.
I would like to give it a go. I think it would be highly entertaining. So
I can't wait for our next gig.
That's going to be a good one. So a quick one back to Mel and Mick. So back onto the Central Legion. So when do you reckon will be the first Comic-Con back? When and where?
Well, we think it might.
The other day. Well, not given the dates.
Something like mid-June, maybe.
Okay. Do you have any plans for the Central Legion?
Oh, you mean that's coming back? I don't know. I think people will want to just get into costume and just enjoy the experience more than anything else. So we might let them do things individually first. Get things out of their system, and I don't know. We're going to try and just see how things pan out and see what kind of restrictions are in place. How different it might be, because they might want us all behind a screen for all we know.
Yeah,
we've all got the masks.
Yeah, so
in September will be the first.
The earliest. That's what my gut feel is.
Inoculating everybody by August, So then you've got 3 weeks on top of that for everything sticking. So I reckon you're probably looking towards the end of September. But I think as soon as it's available and out there, I think people will be going, because we've had enough of being stuck in the house.
Yeah.
We really have. And we need to get out and meet our friends and
definitely.
As well.
You know, there's other things. There's a whole bunch of other things that cosplayers can do. Once we get allowed to get out there, they can, you know, mingle and do little photo shoots and small charity events and smaller appearances. So it's not just about the cons. You know, there's other things they can do.
That's true.
I think having the jab's going to be a key point for the Comic Cons and conventions and big festivals, that you're going to have some proof that you've had the injection to be allowed in. You know, with travel as well. I think that may be a thing
abroad already, so it's coming in on the event.
So some of the big festivals, that if you know, just in case, you know, people traveling around, to show that you've had it. So, you know, otherwise for insurance, if they've got, you know, if it's like
I think that will be the future.
Yeah, they announced the Isle of Wight Festival's going ahead in September. So that's something that, and obviously Leeds and Reading, which are also September.
Yeah, but that is, I think, a little bit a step too far, because we're talking hundreds, thousands of people in one space. Isn't that? I mean, that is a little bit too crazy. Even so, you know, I'm a music lover, I'm a festival lover, but look what we go through now.
Safety
I don't think.
First.
Yeah, I don't think it's the bravest move.
Yeah.
But hey ho, let's see.
Did you see that tweet from? You see that tweet from?
Is that Ian Brown?
Ian Brown, saying that he wouldn't play at any festivals that required people to have had a vaccination before they went in, and someone replied saying, "Isn't that up to Butlins?"
But it will come to the time. Either they need the money, you know. It's you know, they have to be all these events. It's like, it's crazy.
Okay, then let's get this ball rolling. So Mick, you can ask anybody on this panel a question. Go.
Oh, here we go.
Who would you like to ask a question to?
Yeah. Skelly, how long have you been growing that beard for?
Is it real?
Do apologize, Steve.
I was going to say, if not very long, obviously.
Go on, Stig. Yes.
But it's going for a while, but it's only sort of started getting a bit that way. In about 3 months, 4 months. Doesn't take much. It is actually, yeah.
You know, cat weasel. It's getting into like this cat weasel style now.
Cat weasel.
Sorry, I blame my tablets.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's your one strike already.
It looks like you're off to Jethro Tull gig. You just need the knitted underwear.
Oh no, Uriah Heep. That's more like me.
Oh, okay. Then, so Stig, question. Who would you like to ask a question to? I
was going to ask Mechanizer a question, but I'm not sure I'm going to now. She doesn't like me anymore.
I like you.
Where are you going to go for your first ride out on your motorbike?
Oh man, hopefully to Wales, to the coast, and sniff the sea air. That's my plan.
Sniff it good.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm going to go for a run through to Wales. Maybe get an Airbnb or something, and around Brecon, and then I'll have to go up to North Wales, because that'd be nice. Back in the old stamping ground.
Come up here to us, and then we go together.
What a good idea.
You see, I have all of these, but first I need to be a bit more mobile, let's say.
Well, there is that, yeah.
That would help. So
we can't go out until there's a danger of you not paralyzing yourself.
Yeah.
So Mel, a question. Who would you like to ask a question to, sir? Go for it.
Okay. Well, can I ask a question to Mechanized?
Yeah.
How do you feel about girls cosplaying boy characters, male characters?
Oh, good question.
Good question. I think it's awesome, because you know, even when I go, you know, I even on stage myself, I'm never. Well, so far I never wear any skirts or anything, so I always mix anyway. So I don't like to, you know, the girly stuff. I've never been a girly girl, so I think it's really cool. Why not? What I personally don't like is, because I was judged when I was my German judge by some of the Judge Dredd guys, because I was not screen accurate. And it's like, well, I had a lot of arguments, and it's like, oh, just fuck off, because everybody should. It's your own thing, you know. You go out, you want to have fun, and you come out with your own whatever you want to be. You know, why do I have to fit in this? This is how it has to be. You know, I'm a rule breaker anyway by default.
She is.
So yeah. So I think it's great. You know, why not?
So what do you reckon then, Mel? What with sort of people dressing as whoever they want to, or what do you reckon?
You know, it's quite common to see a lot of girls cosplaying as male characters, but what we want to see is more blokes doing girl characters.
Yeah,
that would be
that would be great.
I think also as well with the cosplay scene, it's a very it's a nice group of people, and people that you're not sort of looked down on, and you're not sort of, it's a safe place to go as whoever you want to. It's your favorite character. Who cares if it's a male or a female or a robot or a brick now or a slab of concrete? You know, if it's your favorite character.
But I've got this.
Yes, I did.
Slave Leia.
Yeah.
But you just mentioned Leela. Mick as Leela. That just when Mel just said, I think Mick, you would pull off a fantastic Princess Leela.
I think also it's fun, and I think it's just that there shouldn't be any rules.
No.
And it should be all inclusive, and also it's quite nice that people aren't, as Mick and I said, normally you used to get more grief from other, like some of the old Dread guys, because it wasn't screen accurate. When like if you made like Riot Judge, or you had you painted the whole helmet pink with ears and stuff, which people do nowadays, and they do mashups and everything. But I think going back sort of
fiction.
Yeah,
the whole thing's fiction. So you make up what you want to do and what you want to
exactly.
Really.
It's great that you see that.
Of it,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's great when you see when you see the Ghostbusters do their own thing and do their own versions of Ghostbusters, and when you see Predators doing their own take on Predators. I love that. I love seeing different factions within those universes. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And also
the new Ghostbusters film, but no, don't go there, Mel. Don't go there.
No, pull back, step away from the edge.
In fact, let's just a quick one on that. The 2016 one was a stinker, though, wasn't it? Oh my god, that was bad.
Had its moments, I must say, but it was overall.
Did it?
I just like the whole.
Just back away from this. You don't need to associate yourself with this in any way.
That was just a lazy. Let's just sort of gender swap it without. I felt sorry for the actresses in it, because like when you go, great, I'm in Ghostbusters. Oh, this is going to be awesome, and all they've done is just, oh, you're not a male anymore, you're a female. Well, are we going to have better jokes? Is it? Am I related to one of the old ghosts? Oh no. It's just. It's.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Ghostbusters?
Yeah, now that looks
Afterlife.
Awesome. That looks amazing.
This is what we want.
Yeah, I feel sorry for some of the actors and actresses, etc., nowadays in these films, because they're sold a lemon by the writers. Some of the writing of some of the modern stuff is so bad and poor that some of this stuff would never have got made, 10 years ago, whereas now they're making anything. And then you've got these poor actors and actresses who've got this, you get like with Rose Tico in Star Wars, awesome actress, absolutely horrible character, because there was no depth to it. There was no, you know what I mean? It was just, they just chuck stuff out there, but there's no story. I don't care what color anybody's from, or if you're a breeze block or anything. I just want good stories. You know what I mean? And then
you do take issue if they're a breeze block. You do take some issue.
The breeze block. I've got a bit of a problem with the breeze block.
How many people auditioned for that?
I believe it's cool.
How many breeze blocks did they see before they cast it?
It's just that is quite fun. Also, just is an exciting thing. There's rumors again that they might be doing the King Conan with Schwarzenegger. Now I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I'm more excited about the King Kong Godzilla, to be honest.
That looks amazing, doesn't it? That looks stunning. I just hope that they don't keep
fights, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, I can't wait. Anything with a monkey, all the Planet of the Apes films,
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for. But you put that together, oh man, geek heaven.
I just hope they recreate the classic "Eat Your Greens" moment where he's got the tree. Eat your greens.
As long as they just don't bring Godzuki into it, we're fine.
Oh,
I love Godzuki. That was awesome.
No,
Godzuki.
Do you also love Scrappy Doo?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Good
I
point.
do.
Well made. Thank you.
I do.
Oh.
No, there's no.
And you have issues with breeze
There's
blocks.
no defense for Scrappy on all Godzilla.
A quick question to Mel, going back on topic. So, for the Central Legion, what is the split between male and female? Is it sort of what is called, the Central Legion? Is it like 50-50, or are there more ladies or more?
Well, I think there's more blokes than there are girls. We are working on that.
Yeah,
it's probably
a good female contingency.
There is. I must say there's a strong female presence in the group. It's probably because
amazing.
We do. I think I'd put it down to a lot of Star Wars in the group. As much as I love Star Wars, there's Star Wars tends to attract a lot of male trooper types. People who do that kind of character. But still, I mean, we're working on it. So we want more.
Over the last 5 years, hasn't it?
It is.
And people who wouldn't normally have dreamed of doing cosplay are starting to come out and do it, which is great. And it's get to most Comic Cons, and there's a mixture of both sexes equal there, and
exactly.
And the matchups are great as well, which is it's superb, and this is what I love about it. And you can walk around, and whether you want to be a cosplayer, whether you want to just go along and see people in costumes, that's what the whole thing's there for. Go along, enjoy yourself, enjoy the experience.
I think the
stuff these people create as well, because there's a lot
definitely.
of work goes into this.
I think what I've noticed in the last 10 years of cosplay and Comic Cons is the standard of cosplay is just stunning. 10 years ago, you'd have bits of like an Iron Man suit made out of, cardboard and, bit ropey. Whereas now, half this stuff is like, well, that's Mick's Iron Man costume. Yeah, made out of toilet rolls and all the rest of it. Whereas now, this stuff is either screen accurate or better than, because there's so many like YouTube channels and builders and stuff like that. The skills are just crazy, aren't they?
Yeah, and also the event of YouTube, where you can pretty much Google anything you want to make, and the V2A phone.
Was that someone trumpeting?
Yeah. Yeah, I must admit, I watch. Do you watch any of the cosplay creators online?
Yeah,
I watched one from Germany. Was it Kamala Cosplay, the German girl?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, her stuff.
Kamsui? Is that who you're talking about? Kamsui Cosplay, I think her name
could
is.
Be, yeah.
I'm not sure the same person you're talking about. But...
Her and her husband, and she does the books as well.
Kamui Cosplay?
Yeah, something like that. But her stuff is stunning, absolutely amazing.
She's quite bonkers as well. She's quite interesting to watch. She's quite funny.
Awesome.
Some of her videos.
Also, a big shout out to Andy Marshall, because he built his massive Warhammer 10-foot
amazing, that was, wasn't it?
Out of foam. How the hell do they build those stuff? That is crazy.
A lot of patience and a lot of time.
They are amazing, but they can't dance in them because we kick their ass in the dance off. Yes, in your face. So just before we go, guys, so first of all, Mel, any last words? We will post up the link to Central Legion. Please, guys, look them up on Facebook and on the websites. They are awesome group. As soon as we get going again, please come down to the Comic Cons, visit, join. They are amazing people. Mel and Mick are truly awesome people who run this. Super friendly, and we love you loads. So, Mel, over to you. Last words for your adoring fans out there, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for having us on. All I can say is that be patient, be safe. When we get back out there, it'll be worth the wait. So until then, stay positive, stay upbeat, please look us up. We're on Facebook. We're having a new website out sometime towards the end of March. That'll be exciting. We're really pleased about that. Yeah, we'll hopefully see you out there at a con or at another cosplay event. Thank you.
Awesome. Just one quick one from somebody online. Have you got any new cosplay that you are building ready for when you are allowed back out?
Is that me personally?
Yes, you personally.
Well, no, I haven't quite finished. I've got about 6 or 7 on the go. Funnily enough, I've got a Django Fett and a couple of others, a stiff character. But no, I think I'll probably resume those at some point. But my main thing is focusing on these guys and making sure they're looked after. Awesome. And they're all good to go when we get back.
Absolute star. So Mick, over to you, sir. Last words for your adoring fans, and also any cosplay you've been working on to surprise us when you're allowed back out.
With regards to cosplay, no, I've been doing quite a bit of props. I'm getting some E11 Blaster and a new Lawgiver made as we speak. With regards to this evening, thanks a lot for having us. It's been great. It's like being in the pub with mates, which I'm sorely missing. Absolutely sorely missing. And just as a big well done to Mel, because Mel sort of does everything behind the scenes for Central Legion. He really pours his heart and soul into it, and he spends an awful lot of time on it, way too much than I could ever spend on it. But he is the guiding light of Central Legion as far as I'm concerned.
He really is. And he's a really good egg. He really puts all his effort, his heart and soul into everything.
Thank you.
So mechanized. Final words. And are you working on any new costumes for the new future V2A gigs or anything like that?
Yes, but I'm not giving anything away yet. So first of all, I would like to say, Mel and Mix, thank you so much for coming on. It was really, really fun to have you on, and I can't wait to see you in the near future sometime.
Yes,
and can I say our wishes for Wednesday?
We do that right at the end. Yeah, we do that at the end. Yeah.
That's fine. So then everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Stay safe, stay sane. Everything will have an end. Everything will get better. I'm sure of that. Things go on. After the darkness, light always comes back. So stay safe. I love you all.
Excellent. That was actually really good. So, and now over to something that probably isn't going to be half as good. Stig.
That's not harsh. It's very harsh.
I'm
looking for. Martin's come up with the idea that we need to have a V2A ride out. That's on motorbikes, not buggies.
Yeah.
I think that's a goer. I'm looking forward to that. That's given me something to think about and a bit of excitement. Late spring, summertime. We'll
I plan already something. I have already something for when we're opening up in June.
Yes.
I've got already something burning, blobbling.
Oh,
blobbling.
Skelly, over to you, sir.
In life, don't be a stunt ass, be a leading ass.
Bunch of ass.
Honestly,
or be a concrete slab, whichever.
Or be a concrete slab. I am going to do that as a cosplay. I am going to do the concrete slab.
You'll rock it. You will rock it.
Rock it
in the dance off as well.
Basically involves one large cardboard box. That's it.
It's
in the dance off. Are you going to do square dancing?
That is just brilliant.
Oh,
that is amazing.
There's so many jokes in there, isn't there, about being stoned and everything?
It is.
I reckon they're gonna have copyright problems with SpongeBob there.
They are.
Materials, though, isn't it?
It's a bit close.
So over to me then, guys. So from my side, first of all, the Haven Outpost Festival is being postponed from April. So it was supposed to be on April. That's our own post-apocalyptic festival in the UK. It will be postponed to sometime later this year. So super excited about that. Really, really excited. Thank you to Mel and Mick for coming on. Central Legion, we love you. We're very, very proud to be members of this. Awesome family. It's definitely give it a go, guys. Cosplay is just the most fun. And also when you can have fun, have a great day out with a load of friends, and then make a load of money for charity, which is what virtually all the events are. So Mel and Mick are very keen on raising money for charity. You're having fun, having a laugh, but also doing some awesome stuff for people who need it out there. So amazing. Really enjoyed the show, guys. Please subscribe and tune into the channel. We have our Geek Show, which is every Wednesday. So that is all collectibles, comics, comic book artists, and boarding games and stuff like that. We did really well. We had about 700 odd people join us on Wednesday. That was great. If you check out the YouTube channel, that's got all our old shows, so you can catch up on archive. And then Mechanized, if you would like to, let me just see if I can get this. Hold on. And no, I can't get a decent shot. Hold on. Right.
You want to talk about it first? Yeah.
Yes.
So literally, as everybody knew, beginning of December, we lost our very close friend Mac, who was the owner of Slimelight London, who was really the heart of the underground scene in London, and who gave all of us really a home together with Stetty and Slimelight. So he passed away in December, and on this last Wednesday, he finally was taken onto his last journey. And his family and Detty organized hers to be the tank, which he really deserved, and they actually pulled it off. And he was put through the cremating on Wednesday in the tank. So yeah, so rest in peace, Mark, forever in our hearts.
Yeah, so a big raise your glass to Mac. Absolutely awesome guy.
Mac,
just a true legend. He was. He ran the Slimelight Electro Works in London. The funniest guy ever. True legend. His stories are on a par with yours, Mick. He had some crazy stuff. The one Christmas day, I phoned him up to wish him a happy Christmas, and he was in some war zone, Afghanistan or Kuwait, buying stuff for his Hummer. Can you believe it? The guy was a true legend. Yeah, what a guy. So thank you very much, everybody. We love you all. We will see you next week for another episode of The Freak Show, and let us finish with let's have a bit of Snow.
Want to fight, ready to deploy, mechanical animal.